We used the word paradigm yesterday.
Yes.
P-A-R-A-D-I-G-M. Did you do some research on it, Shubham?
I did, but I haven't understood.
Okay, whatever you researched, what is it? What was written wherever it was? We understand it today.
मैम मैंने ये सर्च किया था इसका
थोड़ा सा be a little loud.
Okay, actually उसका मीनिंग मुझे ये समझ में आया that how we can understand or analyze some person or something else. कैसे उसे समझते हैं the values and all.
You're very close to one specific point related to the umbrella. ये जो आपने बोला है ये उसमें से एक point है. Quickly write down the definition of a paradigm. Your paradigm is what is governing your life right now as we are sitting in this class together. ये आपके साथ हो रहा है आपके दिमाग में. Now, darling, I want you to stay very close to the speakers. So don't stay very away from me as well. If I'm speaking, get close to me. If the students are interacting, get close to them. That's how the walking happens. All right? So I want everyone to write down what is a paradigm. A paradigm, underline this, is a copy it as it is. It's a mental program, like you have computer programs. Is a mental program that has almost, this is the interesting part, that has almost exclusive, जैसे कल exclusive registers के लिए बोला था, that has almost exclusive control over our, all of us, over our, another thing write down as it is, over our habitual, coming from our habits. Habits have been formed over decades. Habitual behavior. इसके आगे एक और चीज लिख लीजिएगा. That has got almost exclusive control over our habitual behavior, and this is where you will understand how it is messing with you. Almost all of our behavior, देखो आगे, and almost all of our behavior, almost all of our behavior, 24/7, 24 घंटे आप काउंट कर लीजिए. Almost all of our behavior is habitual. Now I want you to stay with this line, play around with this line, reflect on it for 1 minute. Read it. This is your paradigm. इसको बस 1 मिनट पढ़ो आप. इसका मतलब खुद सोचिए. गोविंद आप भी सोचिए अगर लिखा है तो. I want you to think about all your behaviors in a span of 24 hours in a day. How much of that behavior is habit oriented? सुबह आप उठते हैं, you jump out of bed, you brush your teeth. This dude is really doing it. 1 मिनट लो, सुबह से लेकर रात तक सोचो, जो करते हो in a regular day. How much of it is habitual? सोचिए. Really analyze it. Okay, you've analyzed your day, any regular day. Write down one more line in addition to what you wrote. It's a mental program. It's a mental program that, now this is a strong statement, it's a mental program that controls your entire behavior. अब ये कुछ ज़्यादा बोला है मैंने. This is a strong statement that controls your entire behavior. Underline entire behavior. Almost. Now entire behavior. Tanya. Okay, we'll come to Tanya later. Class representative. Let's zoom into the class representative. thought about your day, morning till night, how much of your behavior is originating from your habit? Now, don't just speak about regular small day-to-day activities, मैंने खाना बनाया, brush किया, ये सब किया. Think about the decisions you take as well. Any decision you take in a span of 24 hours with regards to your classes, maybe with regards to your thought process when it comes to applying for a job, which industry you want to choose, what kind of a partner you want, if you want a marriage, you don't want a marriage, anything. When you think about anything related to your life, how much of your behavior is originating from a safe place which is governed by your habits?
Almost 100%.
Give me one example of an activity.
Ma'am, when I think about what I have to do in future, my behavior is governed by what I think regularly, and that thought which I developed from before previous 10 years, ma'am.
Okay, good point. We'll hold it here. He said previous 10 years. आपका नाम क्या है?
Ma'am, Kavindra Singh Dham.
Kavindra is saying most of that thought process is being governed by what I have been thinking over the past 10 years. Now my question to Tanya. Tanya, he's been thinking something for 10 years. Do you think Kavindra has been living a solitary life, or has he been surrounded by something known as people?
He is surrounded by something.
Are all of us living a solitary life or surrounded by a society? Society is created by people.
We can't say that we are doing something from 10 years because this is habitual. We can agree with that. But the thing is that our thinking is regularly dynamic. Every day we think of something new, and time to time we change ourselves.
Hold on. Every day we think something new and dynamic. But while you do that, are you surrounded usually by people, or are you living a very solitary life where you're just alone?
No, it's not.
Are you living in a society?
Obviously, yes.
Which brings me to the next point. This is a PP line, power punch line. लिख लो, बहुत कड़वा सच है related to the paradigm. Your paradigms are created by people. साफ लिखिए, nothing else. Let's zoom into this word. जितना जल्दी आप सीख ले उतना अच्छा. Let's zoom in. Your paradigm is formed by people because you are living with people all the time. Vipin, am I wrong? Are you living with people?
Yes, ma'am.
It can be any people.
Yes, ma'am.
Sometimes it's friends, sometimes it's relatives, sometimes it's family, sometimes it's teachers, whoever it is. Sometimes it's total strangers. आप कभी travel भी करते हैं, you are sometimes listening to conversations between strangers.
Yes, ma'am.
You're also surrounded by people in terms of social media. Am I right or am I wrong? अगर आप अकेले हो अपने बेडरूम में, कितना टाइम आप अपने आप के साथ बिताते हो? Self reflection. कितना करते हो? And how much time do you spend on? How much, Vipin?
I think one. One. Max one.
But are you spending time with your smartphone?
All over no, but yes.
Are you spending time? Simple
Yes.
answer. You are. When you are spending time with the smartphone, are you watching people on social media?
Yes.
Instagram, YouTube. Are you watching videos? Videos have people talking about something. So whether you are alone, literally or not, your paradigms are being constantly designed by people. Now, paradigm का मतलब समझ में आ रहा है? I hope everyone is able to understand. Shumansi, is it clear? Now we'll understand where the paradigm comes from. दिमाग को भी समझेंगे. But for now, this is what is happening. If you have a paradigm and I want to shake your paradigm, what's going to happen? I'm directly challenging your overall behaviors in a day. Now, एक और diagram बनाएंगे to understand this better. बनाने से पहले, if Kavindra comes to me, he's got a paradigm. Get a degree, get a job, get a family, and that's it. 1 family vacation in a year, 5 साल में एक गाड़ी, किसी भी तरीके से लोन लेके या hands down cash payment. It's a stereotypical paradigm created by the society. He comes to me and I shake his paradigm for the first time in his life. I tell him, what are you settling for? You're stuck in a paradigm. पहले तो ये पूछेंगे paradigm क्या होता है, मैंने समझा दिया paradigm क्या होता है. Then I tell him, come in. There is so much in the world these days for you. You could be a thought leader, you could be an executive, you could be a businessman, you could have a full-time 9-to-5 job along with a part-time investment in a startup to make more money. Why do you want to be stuck in a basic income, a basic family, a basic life? I'm shaking his paradigm and we discussed yesterday. Now he will start entertaining my new ideas because they are good. But what did we say yesterday? He will still be stuck in his old belief system. Remember the bird in the cage example? The bird likes my idea. Now he's a bird. He likes my idea. He's entertaining it. But he can't break out of the cage instantly. He can't. If he can't break out of the cage, but he's loving my ideas, please tell me, anyone who has a slightly deep understanding of the mind, what will Kavindra be going through right now? He likes the new idea, but he's stuck with the old idea, which was fed into him for 10 years. Right now, when he comes to my class every day, there's a constant exposure to the new and the old. इसको आप बनाओ मत, बस देखो. Kavindra comes to me, anyone comes to me, there's a new, there's an old. Constantly in the mind. There's a constant conflict between the new and the old. Am I right, Kavindra? Think, if there is going to be a constant conflict between the new and the old ideas every day, what will this man go through in his mind? अब इसको होगा क्या? As a result of this, what's going to happen to him? What will he go through mentally? What will he go through?
Mental stress.
Clap for him. Bango. अब ये diagram बनाइए. We'll add to it. Stress 1. इनका stress बढ़ने वाला है. I wanted that word. This is going to lead to anxiety. This is going to lead to chaos in Kavindra's life. Chaos. When he goes home, old ideas. Goes back to his society, old ideas. Comes to me, new ideas. Radical, challenging, but promising a bigger, better life. Stress, anxiety, chaos. Everyone will go through it. I'm just taking his example. Now, 2 kinds of people will emerge from this. Shubhangi, I want you to try. 2 kinds of people will emerge from this mental situation. बताओ, शुभांगी, पहला कौन होगा, दूसरा कौन होगा, दूसरा Tanya will tell. The first time, because of this mental stress, blah blah blah, what's going to happen?
मैम, the first person will be जो उसी सिचुएशन में रह गया कि पहले जो हमारा बॉस था वो हमें इतना फोर्स नहीं करता था काम करने के लिए, सो हम हमेशा फ्री रहते थे. द एम्प्लॉयर विल ऑलवेज बी फील फ्री कि हाँ मेरे को प्रेशर
बॉस
नहीं
का
है.
एग्जांपल ले लो. अब जनरली बताओ, चाहे वो बॉस हो, चाहे वो इन जनरल लाइफ को लेकर कोई भी माइंडसेट हो, a person is following an old mindset, is stuck in an old mindset. तो बॉस को हटाते हैं. बॉस is symbolic of an old something.
If I take my example, अगर पहले हम किसी काम को लेके इतने एक्टिव नहीं थे, सो अगर मेरे अंदर या मेरे साथ कोई एक नया वर्जन आ गया
और ये सब अब हो रहा है आपको,
हाँ ये सब भी हो रहा है मेरे साथ, तो उस चीज़ से मुझे निकलने में मुझे टाइम लगेगा. इट कैन बी टेक टाइम फॉर 1 month और मोर देन दैट, बट इंस्टेंटली आई कैन नॉट.
वो तो हमें पता है टाइम तो लगेगा, लेकिन टाइम लगने के बाद 2 रिजल्ट्स निकलेंगे. वो रिजल्ट चाहिए. 2 साल लग गए कविंद्र को. पहला आउटकम क्या हो सकता है?
पहला आउटकम ये हो सकता है दैट आई कैन बी द न्यू वर्जन.
पहला जो होगा, वास्ट मेजॉरिटी से स्टार्ट करते हैं. लिखो बड़ा बड़ा, बड़ा बड़ा लिखिए. The quitters, because They don't have the capacity to handle the stress and chaos. They will quit, they will go back to the old. This is what's going to happen to the vast majority. They will say, "Mujhse nahi hota. I can't take this stress anymore. No. This is better. I've known this for ages and ages. This works. I'm to bhai going back to my old pattern. Humse na hoga." The quitters. And mind you, लिख लो. मैं नहीं लिखने वाली. This is the vast majority. इसलिए आपको सोसाइटी में लीडर्स कम और भेड़ बकरे ज्यादा मिलते हैं. The second type which will emerge, let's say शुभांगी ने बोला 1 महीने बाद या 2 साल बाद या 10 साल बाद. Remember the wife's example? Even after a decade, somebody will emerge who will be successful. Why? Because they will have a very high stress handling threshold. They can handle the stress, they can handle the chaos, they will step out of this ये पूरा ऐसे ही बना दो ताकि लिखना ना पड़े. They will step out of the captive mindset one day, maybe after 10 years, and they'll end up being successful because now they have entered what is known as, कहीं अलग से लिख लीजिए, the successful people have entered, लिख लो, क्या है ये? Loudly everyone, what is this? Growth mindset. लिखिए. Now, the sad reality, ये मुश्किल से 10% होने वाले हैं. The 10% will adopt the growth mindset because they have a high stress tolerating threshold. They can take stress. They can handle chaos. Now, if you're done with this diagram, could I remove it and make a new one? Done with this? जल्दी से एक diagram बना लो इसके बाद. We have one more diagram after that. And then,
मैम,
yes.
मैम, आपने बोला कि जो ओल्ड है,
हाँ.
ठीक है, और जो ये न्यू है, मतलब कि ये सक्सेसफुल वाले हैं, 10% वही ग्रोथ करते हैं.
क्या करते हैं?
ग्रोथ करते हैं, सक्सेसफुल होते हैं.
Yes.
और जो मैम ये 90% है वो सक्सेसफुल नहीं होते हैं.
नहीं होते हैं. देखो गलत समझ रहे हो तुम यार. होते हैं. एक और डायग्राम बना लो. थैंक्स टू गोविंद. भाई देखो सक्सेस की परिभाषा ना सबके लिए अलग अलग होती है. कल आप क्लास में थे नहीं तो आप मैक्सिमलिस्ट माइंडसेट नहीं समझ पाए. प्लीज हेल्प हिम कैच अप विद इट. वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट एक्सट्रीम सक्सेस राइट नाउ. फॉलोअर्स भी तो सक्सेसफुल होते हैं. आई एक्सप्लेन. पहले तुम सुन लो. सक्सेस अभी आपको 2 मिनट में समझ में आ जाएगा अगर आप शांति से सुनोगे तो. सक्सेस इज ऑफ 2 काइंड्स. एक एम्प्लॉय आता है कंपनी में, 50 साल नौकरी करता है और फिर जो कुछ भी उसे मिलता है ब्ला ब्ला ब्ला, सक्सेसफुल तो है, वेरी सक्सेसफुल. बट उस सक्सेस को जो मैक्सिमलिस्ट माइंडसेट वाला इंसान होगा, वो क्लास अगर आप कल कर लेते तो आप ये इमीडिएटली फॉलो कर पाते. थोड़ा सा मेरे साथ बैठ जाइएगा या फिर प्लीज जस्ट कैच अप विद समवन हु हैज अंडरस्टूड इट. अ मैक्सिमलिस्ट, अब मैं नहीं बोल रही, अ मैक्सिमलिस्ट विल से एवरेज डूड सक्सेसफुल तो है बट एवरेज. और बोलना चाहो लिख लीजिए, ये सबके लिए. इट्स अ गुड पॉइंट रेज्ड बाय हिम ताकि आपको थोड़ा और क्लैरिटी मिले सबको. किसने बोला हम सक्सेसफुल नहीं है? भाई बहुत मेहनत करी है, टेक्स केयर ऑफ हिज फैमिली, हर फैमिली, सब कुछ कर रहे हैं, वेकेशन पे भी जा रहे हैं, गाड़ी भी है, जो कुछ भी चाहिए है, अच्छी टॉप शेप में भी है, अच्छी जिम मेंबरशिप है, बट एवरेज है, मीडियोकर. Another success which we are talking about, जो यहाँ पर मैं पढ़ा, मैक्सिमलिज्म वाली, वो थोड़ा सा टाइम लगेगा समझने में. अब ये होते हैं रैडिकल सोच वाले लोग. रिपीट नहीं करेंगे बिकॉज आई हैव टू मूव ऑन टू द शेप ऑफ द माइंड. दीज वंस, बिजनेस का 80-20 रूल पढ़ा है? व्हाट्स द 80-20 रूल हियर?
20% of effort leads to 80% of success.
Let's improvise it. 20% of the people are making 80% of the money. लिख लो, लिख लो। इसको आप अलग अलग कलर्स में लिख सकते हो। दीज आर माई पीपी लाइन्स, जो कि ये पीपी लाइन्स में सब पढ़ाई हो जाएगी। 20% ऑफ द पीपल इन द वर्ल्ड आर मेकिंग 80% ऑफ द मनी, 80% आर मेकिंग 20% ऑफ द मनी। दिस इज ऑल बिजनेसेस, ये सच्चाई है जिंदगी। सो नाउ दीज 20% कम ओवर हियर, these are the top, लिख दो गोविंद, everyone write this down, top, let's focus on this, zoom in, these are the top 8 players. Now if Shubhangi has a maximalist mindset, she will say to herself, maybe Govind, she will mock herself one day, ये मैं कर क्या रही, 50 साल का मेरा प्लान तो बहुत अच्छा है, प्रमोशन भी मुझे कंसिस्टेंटली मिलेंगे, सैलरी भी अच्छी हो जाएगी, एंड आई एज अ सिंगल वुमन आल्सो कैन अफोर्ड टू हैव अ हाउस, अ कार एंड व्हाटएवर एल्स शी वांट्स टू हैव. दैट इज her personal space. I can't enter. Whatever she wants, whatever makes her happy. Good. She is successful. But a maximalist, ये किसी से मिलती है मान लो, वो maximalist से इनकी दोस्ती हो गई because she has good vibes. Mindset बड़ा है, लेकिन old mindset में फंसी हुई थी. I would say, you've got so much potential, amazing job, great designation, join me, we'll make it bigger. Let's get into the 20%. Now, she is still successful, but ये average success से निकल के top 8 players में आ गई. Now she is a multi-billionaire. Now probably हो सकता है कि 5 आने वाले generations को काम ना भी करना पड़े, they might just blow all her money. But there's still money left in whichever way. Investments mostly. Because billionaires will not have cash. They will show themselves as bankrupt. Yes or no? But 5 पुश्ते जो भी बोलते हो खा सकते हैं इनके मरने के बाद. That's the top 8 players we are talking about in terms of success. Successful तो सब होने वाले हैं. But we are thinking of everyone's success from which mindset? Maximalist. इलॉन मस्क की तरह सोच रहे हैं इस वक्त.
मैम कुछ लोग बोलते हैं जिनको सेटिस्फैक्शन मैम एवरेज रह
Exactly.
के मिलती है,
तो उसके लिए भी जवाब है.
कुछ लोग बोलते हैं जिनको सेटिस्फैक्शन 20% में रह के मिलती है.
बिल्कुल सही बात है.
डिपेंड करता है कि किसका माइंडसेट कैसा है.
तो अभी तो मैंने कहा
अगर रूम में 100 लोग हैं मैम, तो
हाँ.
सबका माइंडसेट एक जैसा नहीं होगा.
बिल्कुल
अभी
सही
आपने
बात
कहा
है.
कि 100 में से मतलब जब मैं
Let's
शुरू में आया था तो आपने बोला था कि अटेंशन सबको चाहिए होती है. तो मैम कुछ लोग ऐसे भी होते हैं जिन्हें अटेंशन नहीं चाहिए होती, वो शांति से अपना काम करना चाहते हैं और उनके काम के थ्रू उनको रिकॉग्नाइजेशन मिलती है.
Absolutely, very interesting point raised. अब इसी पे डिस्कस करते हैं. सबको नहीं चाहिए होती है. कल एक बात बोली थी मैंने, आप एब्सेंट थे. This class is not going to be for everyone. सबका मैक्सिमलिस्ट माइंडसेट नहीं होने वाला. बट इसमें एक कैविएट है बेटा. कैविएट का मतलब क्या होता है? कैच. एक कैच है. गोविंद उस पे बस रिफ्लेक्ट कर दो, उसके बाद आगे बढ़ना है प्लीज. उसके बाद आगे डिस्कस करेंगे. ये कैच पकड़ लो तो बेटा तुम्हारे लिए बहुत अच्छा है. ये क्लास में सारे के सारे मैक्सिमलिस्ट बनने ही नहीं वाले. वो तो मैंने बोर्ड पे ही डिक्लेयर कर दिया. दिखता है 20% ही होने वाले. सबके सब मैक्सिमलिस्ट नहीं बनने वाले, क्योंकि सबकी मैक्सिमलिस्ट सोच नहीं होने वाली. That's one. Somebody ध्यान से सुनना बेटा, लेकिन सबको ध्यान से सुनना है. Great point. Somebody is happy, genuine, with a mediocre income, wants to go settle in the mountains, have a small cottage, white picket fence, have a family there, kitchen gardening, happy. Peace. हो सकता है पीस की परिभाषा गोविंद की हो सकता है तान्या की ना. सो इफ गोविंद इज, यहाँ पे वर्ड देखो यार, जेन्युइन है, और जेन्युइन में कैच है. यहाँ पे 2 टाइप के लोग होंगे, और गोविंद ऑफेंड मत होना. यहाँ पर 2 लोगों की बात हो रही है, तो तुम्हारे पॉइंट से ही दूसरे टाइप के लोगों को भी निकाला जा रहा है. गोविंद इज genuinely peaceful with that kind of a life which I just described. So Govind does that, and I would say as a maximalist, all the more power to you, my friend. If that makes you happy, live that life. And the maximalist is back to his or her life. However, द सेकंड काइंड ऑफ पीपल, अब यहाँ पर बुरा मत मानियो और मेरे को क्लास के साथ आगे बढ़ने देना, उसके बाद बाकी डिस्कशन मेरे चेंबर में भी कर सकते हो, ऑलवेज वेलकम। द सेकंड काइंड हाउएवर, लिख लो कहीं पे, my problem is not with people like Govind who want to settle in the mountains with an average income. That's great. There'll be many people. My problem is कि उसमें से भी 80% वो लोग हैं who are, लिख लीजिए, प्रॉब्लम मेरी बस इन लोगों से, just fooling themselves to convince themselves that I am going to be happy with mediocrity in my life. यहां पर आपकी स्पिरिचुअल इंटेलिजेंस काम आती है। अभी ये मैं प्रूव करूंगी, यहां पर कुछ लोगों को समझ में आ रहा होगा, दैट्स व्हाई आई सी सम सटल स्माइल्स, बट आई विल प्रूव इट। ये आपसे अभी रिलेटेड नहीं है, आपका पॉइंट हमने क्लियर कर दिया, बाकियों के बारे में बात हो रही है, जो लोग अपने आप को कन्विंस करते हैं कि नहीं हम इतने में खुश हैं। 2 points, let me ask one question from the class representative. Class representative, you have an average income. I'm a multi-millionaire. Let me know how many average people you know with average incomes who will not, ध्यान से, हिंदी में बोल दूंगी, who will not trade places with a multi-millionaire. कितने लोग ऐसे जानते हैं एवरेज इनकम वाले जो अपनी जगह बदल के मल्टी-बिलियनेयर नहीं बनना चाहते?
कोई भी नहीं, नो वन।
अभी हम देखिए, बुरा कोई ना माने, आपसे इंडिविजुअली बात नहीं हो रही है, स्टैटिस्टिकली बात हो रही है सोसाइटी के बारे में। नाउ 2 स्टेटमेंट्स लिख लो, ये आपको पैराडाइम्स में आते हैं। पैराडाइम में 10 साल से या 20 साल से आपको 2 चीजें सिखाई जा रही हैं। लिखो, मनी इज नॉट एवरीथिंग। लिखो 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 लिखो, बेटा ऐसा नहीं होता, मनी इज नॉट एवरीथिंग। होल्ड ऑन, पहले आप ये लिखिए, ये आपको सिखाया गया है पैराडाइम। जैसे कार्टेन ने बोला, मैं 10 साल से जो सोच रहा हूँ उसमें ये भी आता है, मनी इज नॉट एवरीथिंग। नंबर 2, मनी कांट बाय हैप्पीनेस। तान्या ने एक दिन अपनी मॉम से कुछ मांगा, आई वांट दिस, एवरी टाइम वी आर इनटू मटेरियलिज्म, मनी कांट बाय हैप्पीनेस। 10 साल से सुन रही है, लिखो मनी कांट बाय हैप्पीनेस, लिखिए। नाउ होल्ड ऑन, आपसे बेटा एक सवाल पूछे, नाम क्या बेटा आपका? उज्जवल। उज्जवल, उज्जवल बेटा, सरल हिंदी में सवाल है। आई एम अ बिलियनियर, लेकिन मैं दुखी भी बहुत हूँ। कुछ हुआ कभी मेरी लाइफ में, दुखी हैं हम, बट आई हैव अ लॉट ऑफ मनी। It can be real estate, it can be my investments, it can be my assets, it can be cash at home also. दुखी हूँ, but will I give my money away to anyone? एक ही जवाब चाहिए बस, हाँ या ना। Will I give it away? आपको क्या लगता है? Will I give it away? How many of you know a multi-billionaire who is sad and miserable for whatever reason? शायद डिवोर्स हो गया, कोई लीगल केस चल रहा है, कुछ भी हो गया, घर में कोई इमरजेंसी आ गई, दुखी है। हैव यू सीन अ बिलियनियर एवर गिव हिज मनी अवे? लिख लो, लिखो, वील ब्रेक पैराडाइम्स दिस वे, जो आपको सिखाया गया है। डिड यू एवर फाइंड अ फिल्थी रिच वुमन और अ मैन गिव देयर मनी अवे? Write it for yourself and write down the answer. Next question, जैसे पूछा, हिंदी में लिख लो या इंग्लिश में लिख लो। How many billionaires or multi-millionaires? Question: How many multi-millionaires or billionaires will trade places? Trade मतलब कि switch. Will trade places with a poor man? देखो सवाल लिखो यार, सवाल चाहिए मुझे। If you are a billionaire, are you ready to switch your place with a person who makes an average income every month? जितना पैसा एक एवरेज इंसान साल में कमाता है, शायद आप उतना एक महीने में कमाते हैं। Will you switch your place, Miss Tanya? No, think about it. सोच लो एक बार। I tell you, आज मेरे साथ places switch करो। My annual income is equal to your monthly income. Are you ready to switch? can't hear you. Even
I don't think so. Like I will not.
baby, there is no I don't think so. Money is involved. Yes or no? Switch करो. अभी एक opportunity दे दो. Let's switch. Let's switch our bank accounts.
But why to switch? Like why?
Question है, hypothetical question है यार.
But whoever will switch, not whichever.
Yeah, obviously, whoever would like to switch to
Who will switch? You are a multi-billionaire right now. Are you willing to switch?
No.
No. Now it's a strong no. So write down your answers for yourself. If you are a billionaire, are you ready to switch your places with a person who has an average income? Are you willing to? It will either be a yes or a no. अब ये दोनों सवाल जवाब आप पढ़ लीजिए, उसके ऊपर की 2 लाइन्स पढ़ लीजिए. Money is not everything. Money can't buy you happiness. Your paradigms will start to shift. Now, next. Problem मुझे क्यों है? People who are fooling themselves. Now listen to me. ये होती है एक script. Listen to this. No, I don't need so much money. I'm making good money. Look at this fellow, Kavin. I don't know ये करता क्या है. Where's all this money coming from? Let's say Tanya and I are gossiping about Kavin, multi-billionaire. I don't even know what he does. Family का पैसा होगा? शक्ल देख के लगता है इतनी मेहनत करता होगा. Bitch.
Might be.
I mean, I often wonder where his money is coming from. What is he up to? Business के साथ साथ और कर क्या रहा है? Where is this money coming from? Some shady stuff is going on. Why are we doing it? Most of the times. Why are we doing it? Because one, we want what you have. Most of the times when we say, I don't want so much. Now, money is not everything. Money can't buy happiness. It comes from love and relationships. Most of the times I'm educating myself with this script. ये स्क्रिप्ट होती है जैसे मूवीज में एक्टर्स को मिलती है. सर जी आपकी स्क्रिप्ट है. इट्स अ स्क्रिप्ट बिकॉज आई एम ट्राइंग टू, अब ये लिख लो, ओवर कॉम्पनसेट फॉर माई लैक ऑफ कॉम्पिटेंस एट मेकिंग मनी. इंग्लिश थोड़ी सी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड हो गई, हिंदी में समझा दूंगी. मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स आई एम फीडिंग माई सेल्फ द स्क्रिप्ट बिकॉज ऑफ माई lack of competence at making my own money. I am overcompensating by giving myself झूठी तसल्ली. तसल्ली जानते हैं? अगर मैं अपने आप को इस स्क्रिप्ट से तसल्ली नहीं दूंगी तो मैं पागल हो जाऊंगी. I'll go mad. So I have problem with people who just fool themselves by feeding themselves the script. I don't need so much money. You actually want that much money because you are envious of the billionaire's lifestyle and his house and his sports car. You want the money, but you want to overcompensate for your lack of competence at making money by telling yourself, I don't need so much. अंगूर खट्टे हैं वाली कहानी याद आ गई? The fox wants it, could not get it. तो अफवाह क्या फैलाई? अंगूर खट्टे हैं. मुझे बस उन्हीं लोगों से प्रॉब्लम है. Now, one more thing. एक और चीज कैरेक्टर में बड़ी हिपोक्रिटिकल है यहाँ पे. भाई अगर तुमको पैसा नहीं चाहिए तो अच्छा है तुम बोल रहे हो आई डोंट वांट सो मच मनी, बट देन यू आर आल्सो द वंस who are bitching about the person who has that money, also envious of the person who has that much money. भाई feel happy for him, let him go south and Punjab, make more as much as you want. अगर ये मैक्सिमलिस्ट है, इसके पास 2 रोल्स रॉयस हैं, इसने तीसरी खरीदी. Tanya comes and says, why do you need 3? He could say, why not? If I can have 3, I want 3. She buys 2 diamond rings. Vipin says, इसने तीसरी रिंग खरीद ली. Why do you need so many diamonds? She could say, why not? Because I like to see diamonds on my fingers. It's my choice. So when people like this stand in front of the mirror and try to convince themselves with a fake script, I don't need money, because they want to overcompensate for their lack, come in. Is it a sign of genuine humility? क्या वो इंसान विनम्र है जो शीशे के सामने खड़े होकर अपने आप को बस एक झूठी तसल्ली दे रहा है कि मुझे इतना पैसा नहीं चाहिए, मनी मत उसको चाहिए जितना आपके पास है, लेकिन उसके पास वो कॉम्पिटेंस नहीं है पैसा कमाने की, लेकिन अपने आप को रोज कन्विंस करता है कि मुझे नहीं चाहिए। क्या ये विनम्रता की पहचान है? मुझे प्रॉब्लम इन लोगों से इसलिए है क्योंकि ये ना तो विनम्र होते हैं कि एक्सेप्ट कर ले। ह्यूमिलिटी लाइज इन एक्सेप्टेंस। आई lack the competence. So if I lack the competence, I will become friends with Kavi, genuinely, and I will say, dude, I want to learn from you because I also want to uplift my life. Because I'm telling you honestly, I don't have what you have. How are you doing it? I want to learn from you. अगर ऐसा हो जाता है, that's what humility, vinamrata, yes or no? But if I choose to convince myself every day, I don't need it, then am I being humble? And I'm also very envious. Extremely hypocritical behavior, yes or no? भैया हमको जलन भी हो रही है, हम कह रहे हैं हमको पैसा भी नहीं चाहिए, हम इनसे सीखना भी नहीं चाहते, हम एक्सेप्ट भी नहीं करना चाहते कि हमारे पास वो नहीं है जो तुम्हारे पास है। तो ये कहाँ की विनम्रता है? विनम्रता है तो ये this is how paradigms are shattered. So, but I am not denying Govind's point. 20% will still want that life which he described. With due respect to that, my only problem lies with these people. And we have enough of these people in the society. Now, paradigms को quickly describe करेंगे. Paradigms कहाँ से बनते हैं? The paradigms which keep you stuck in the cage. ये सब हो गया तो मिटा दें. Are you done with this? Let's make a diagram. Huh? I'm going to take another 5 minutes. Somebody was saying something? Quickly make a diagram. Heading down to the diagram of your mind. There is no such thing as mind. Nobody has ever seen the mind. But I will draw a diagram so that you can understand where paradigms are coming from. किसी ने आज तक mind देखा है वैसे? ऐसा दिखता है mind. Have you seen it?
We have seen brain.
Coffee पी के आया वो. Ever seen the shape of a mind?
Yes, ma'am.
बेटा वो ब्रेन देखा है बायोलॉजी लैब में, फॉर्मेल्डिहाइड में प्रिजर्व. माइंड देखा है? नहीं देखा बेटा, नहीं देखा. तो आज इसका डायग्राम बनाएंगे ताकि लोगों को समझ में आ सके कि पैराडाइम पैदा कहाँ होता है. बड़ा ही क्यूट सा डायग्राम और एवरीवन मेकिंग इट. Make a big circle. Oh yeah. Kavindra, please monitor this work. ये diagram बना रहे हैं कि नहीं बना रहे? Very nice. बड़ा अच्छा बना. Now, this is your neck. Let's focus on this diagram. This diagram is everything for this class. ये आपके 2 क्यूब से हाथ, 2 क्यूब से पैर. This is your, लिख लो अच्छे से अंदर जैसे मैं कह रही हूँ, body, ये आपकी body है. This is your cute body. This is how you look. Your mind is divided into 2 parts. ऊपर वाला, you are all aware of this one, the conscious mind. लिख लीजिए, the conscious mind. The second half, which messes with your life, and the one which we have to fix through these classes. By the way, यहाँ पर तो मैं बहुत ही superficial level पे पढ़ाती हूँ. But if you ever have the chance to attend my MBA classes, we go really deep into changing your subconscious conditioning, जो आपकी 10-20 साल हुई है. That happens with MBA students here. Subconscious mind. लिख लो. This is your baby. ये आपका असली बेबी है जिसके बारे में आपको चिंता करनी चाहिए. Now, पहले तो डायग्राम खत्म कर दो. बुलेट पॉइंट्स बनाते चाहिए. This is your thinking mind. This is your intellect. This is your educated mind. ये सब तो जानते हो ना? This is the part where you think and analyze, get into critical thinking. Okay, fine. If Kavindra comes to me, I give him new ideas, he thinks about them. That's happening in his top floor, conscious mind. Thinking mind, ये underline कर दो. कहने का मतलब no emotions are involved over here. Emotions यहाँ नहीं आते. एक और point लिख लीजिए. Has the ability, काबिलियत है. Has the ability to accept or reject any thought. So any person who is mentally tough, let's say Tanya is a very mentally tough girl. I put her through years and years of torture. बहुत torture करती हूँ मैं इसको. But her conscious mind is so strong that it accepts only positive thoughts about her life and rejects all negativity. ये power आपके conscious mind में होती है. लिख लो. अब आएंगे इस पे. ये है आपका बच्चा. The one which you have not been able to protect so far. This has been controlled by people. This is your emotional mind. लिखो. Make bullets, please. Underline कर लो. Then make bullets. This baby of yours must accept whatever is fed. तान्या को जो सिखा दिया, this subconscious mind must. कौन सा शब्द यूज किया है मैंने? Must. Has to नहीं. Must. ये मैं must क्यों बोल रही हूँ? Biology है. You can't contradict biology. ये होता ही होता है. लिखो. Must accept whatever is fed. जो सिखा दिया सिखा दिया. Must accept. To make it more clear, it cannot reject anything. Whatever is given, it cannot reject. Why am I saying it? मैं नहीं बोल रही थी. Scientists are saying it. Biology is saying it. इसमें मेरा कुछ लेना देना नहीं है. Cannot reject. एक और पॉइंट लिख लीजिए. नेक्स्ट बुलेट. लिखने का टाइम नहीं, जल्दी से लिखिए. Cannot differentiate. This is the interesting part about your baby. Cannot differentiate between what is real and what is imagined. Your baby cannot figure the difference between सच्चाई क्या है और आपकी imagination में क्या चल रहा है. समझ में आ रहा है? ये अभी bullets बताए हैं. Now, we will end the class at a very interesting note. Where do paradigms come from? Back to his line. Whatever I have been thinking for 10 years. But it can be more than 10 years. Yes or no? For a 40-year-old woman, it's 30 years, yeah. For 30 years, whatever is being fed into her. Or 35. Start counting your years from the time you were born, right? आप बच्चे थे यार. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. आपकी लाइफ कब से चल रही है? You think you have not been exposed to people when you were a small toddler? Your parents were constantly with you. Your relatives were there with you. Now, interesting thing before we end the class. Let's say Kavindra is a 1-year-old kid. 1 साल की उम्र तक. If I'm a smart parent, I can teach him as many languages I want. He can learn 10 languages. Babies have, ये power punchline लिख लीजिए, वहीं से आपके paradigms आते हैं. Babies have an infinite. Jesus Christ, infinite बोल दिया, बहुत तगड़ा शब्द है. Infinite. How come? Infinity का symbol जानते हैं? Babies have an infinite capacity for learning as many languages as possible. Just like a computer. They can learn 100 languages. अगर आप उस उम्र में सिखा दें, शुरुआत के 5 साल में सिखा दो, Spanish, French, German, Chinese, English, Hindi, Telugu, Marathi, whatever. They will learn. They'll pick it and they will talk like native speakers. If you want to conduct an experiment, अगली बार आपकी लाइफ में कोई परिवार में कोई बच्चा पैदा होगा, start teaching them. They will pick it in finite capacity. Now, ये तो languages का example था. When you are born, till about 5 years of your age. Now, this is not what I am saying. Biologists have said this and they have died also. बहुत पुरानी बात है. जब आप पैदा होते हैं, अब इस डायग्राम में अगर कोई दूसरे कलर का पेन है तो, if you have any other pen, ये बनाइए, तोड़ो इसे, unconscious, तोड़ दो. Till about 5 to 6 years of your life, or up to 8 or 9 or 10, when you are still a baby growing up, toddler stage to young, very young stage to somewhat young, 8 to 9 or 10 years, तब तक ये आपकी बस एक दुखद दुर्घटना है लाइफ की, हम सब की है. जो सीख लेता है वो इसमें से निकल जाता है. Your conscious mind has not been formed properly, which means your baby is exposed to the environment. Your baby is exposed to everything in the environment because there is no suraksha kavach of the conscious mind. Why? Because it is still forming. It takes time to form. जब तक वो शील्ड तैयार होती है, what is happening? Everything goes where within?
Subconscious.
It directly drops into the subconscious mind like a balti. Whatever went into the bucket. Vipin, as a 5-year-old boy, even if you wanted to, you can't reject my idea because you're still a baby. 10 years. Now, when you start growing up, these are the thoughts and ideas which were given by. मैंने लिखा था, क्या लिखा था? People. Everyone is included. These thoughts and ideas which went directly to the subconscious mind without the protection of the conscious mind define what? Now tell me, define what? इसी शब्द पे क्लास शुरू हुई थी, इसी शब्द पे क्लास खत्म हो गई. What do they define? Paradigm. That's it. ये लिख लीजिए. This damage over here defines your paradigm. Now, sometimes आप लोगों ने कुछ ऐसे लोग देखे होंगे, some babies, some young adults who have a very positive mindset. ऐसे भी देखे होंगे. देखे कि नहीं देखे? Children much younger to all of you. School, grade 7, grade 8. But they have a very dynamic, positive personality. देखे कि नहीं देखे? I've seen many. I've seen such smart students that they intimidate me sometimes. Oh my God, look at this young girl's confidence. I could learn something from her. I've seen such students in schools. What's happening to their parents? Nothing. They just had intelligent people surrounding them. They knew what was happening. तो जब वो बच्चा था, तभी से उसके अंदर क्या फीड किया? Positivity. You can achieve whatever you want. Kavindra, you can have whatever you want. I want you to be a maximalist. Kavindra is going to have 3 Rolls Royce. बचपन से सुन रहा है. This is how he's going to work hard. Oh, Kavindra is not going to shy away from hard work. He's not shy. He can speak in front of everyone. मम्मी बोल रही है. Relative आ जाते हैं, uncle, auntie. Oh, इसको तो कहीं भी खड़ा कर दो, बोलना शुरू कर देता है. Always confident. बच्चे ने 10 साल सुना. किसी और स्कूल में आता है. Kavindra, without any preparation, is ready. खड़ा कर दिया टीचर ने. Hello everyone, my name is Kavindra. Blah 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 blah. Confidence. Teacher बोलती है, have you been taking training? Have you been practicing? No ma'am, for as long as I've known, I've always been a speaker. No training. Why? Because he was always surrounded by positive people who fed the right stuff to his subconscious. We'll carry on in the next lecture. This is how paradigms are built.